everyone. Wishing you all a very, very happy new year 2022. I hope the last 4 days of this year have been excellent, and today's day is also a great one for all of you. So, if you have joined me live and you can hear me and see me, please drop a comment in the chat window if you joined me live. And I am going to be today talking about. I know most of us are looking for a job change and we are looking forward to get our dream job set, right? So, in today's session, I'm going to talk about some tips on body language, that how and why language is a very, very crucial part. So, if you have joined me live, do let me know in the chat window, and we're going to start the session in a moment, right? So, if you can see me, you can drop in a happy new year for all the viewers, as I'm just going to put my charger in place so that we don't run out of battery. Right. Excellent. So, for this year, I had specifically thought about that instead of going ahead and setting any goals, I have changed the way I look at things. I instead am going to be going ahead and having some intentions. So, this year, my intention is to remain fit. This year, my intention is to add value. So I am going to work with intentions because intentions give you more intense output, right? That's how I look at it. So I hope you all can hear me, and I wish to see a comment or one so that I know that I'm audible. And we're going to start with some quick tips on job interview today. And this specific thing is going to refer specifically to body language because I believe body language is one of the most crucial things which you must take care in order to make sure that you present yourself in the best possible manner. Okay, so how do you do that? The first thing that you must remember while you are going for an interview, whether it's online or offline, your body language is still visible. Okay, right now we are connected over a camera, but you can see me. You can judge me on my energy and my positivity, right? So the first thing is that your body language must show that you are open and you are approachable. So how will you do that? First thing, you have to present yourself as a person who's open to the ideas and is comfortable in doing what you're doing. That is the first thing. How will you do that? Of course, you would be greeting your interviewer or the panel if it's a offline one, and you can have a handshake as well. If it's an online one, make sure you look straight into the camera and you smile and you greet. That is the first thing through which the connect is going to begin. Then, if you're already placed or sitting because it's an online interview, make sure that your posture is straight. In case you're going for an interview, an offline one, wait for the seat to be offered. Once offered, sit down firmly and then put a smile again on your face. Don't try to cross your arms. That's a very common way. This crossing arms shows a closed body language. So avoid doing that. Okay? Don't cross your arms. Keep yourself as relaxed as possible. So these things will exuberate that you are open and you are approachable. They can ask you questions. You are open to listening to them as well. I always say interview is something where the company is trying to find the best candidate. It's not about the candidate trying to find the job. It's the company trying to find a candidate which fits in and gives excellent results. Okay. Number two. In number two, the body language is that you should come out as a person who is attentive. So, how are you going to do that? One, make sure that you sound excited. Now, every time I come for a LinkedIn Live, I'm sure that you must be finding one thing every single day, and that is my energy. I'm always very, very, pumped up with whatever I'm speaking, irrespective of figuring out whether this is going to make sense to you or not. I give my more than 100% to make sure that when I deliver, my energy goes across. Okay. So show that you are excited for what you're doing. Don't just sit there because you've been called for an interview. Make them feel that you are excited for what they have called you for. Okay. The opportunity entices you. That's how you have to do it. Number two, make sure that you don't have to, prove yourself as the smartest person in front of the interviewer. You don't have to be showing your underconfidence by touching your hair regularly, playing with a pen, or fiddling with things here and there, or scratching the chair on which you're sitting or the table. Don't do such things. That shows that you are not being attentive, because being attentive means that you have a deep interest in something that you have applied for. Because I always feel that companies hire you for your personality. They want to hire you if you are trainable. They want to see that can you learn, can you adapt. Okay, basic knowledge, yes, they want you to have it, but will you be able to learn and adapt and change as per the needs of the company is what they try to judge through these interviews. Okay. Number three, make sure that you keep your negative emotions in check. How will you do that? If you have been unemployed for a year or two, don't get into the emotional past and start speaking about how sad you are because you don't have a job for 2 years. Nobody in this world wants to listen to a sad story. I hope you all will agree. If I'm in a happy mood, I will try to keep everyone happy. If I'm in a sad mood and I keep sharing my sad story again and again and again, people would try to run away from me, considering I'm a person who keeps talking about the victim in me. Okay. So when you are going for an interview, when you're sitting on an interview, don't let your negative emotions come in front. Keep your focus. Try to present yourself in the best possible manner. Work hard before coming for the interview. Prepare for your content. Revise everything possible. Hard work, I'm not saying don't do it. Do it. Do all possible research which is needed. But once you sit there, then you should only be talking with confidence and positivity. When you talk about your previous employer, talk what you learned there. There is nothing in the world where you do not have a positive aspect. There could be no situation in your life which you can say that, okay, I learned nothing good out of it. Even during the worst times, there is a lesson or two which is positive. So present that up, because it is natural that when you speak things which are sad for you, then automatically emotions come down. You can't speak about sad things positively. Okay, so that's not practically possible. So focus yourself on positive characteristics. Do your best to keep your face, body, and voice relate to the things which give you excitement, which make them feel that you're a person who's going to bring some positive energy into their office and not some sad victim energy. Okay, that is something which is very, very crucial. Number four is don't try to get defensive. Okay, it happens at times that they might ask you questions. They might ask you about gaps in your resume. It could be jobs, it could be job hoppings, that you have had multiple job changes. You must have, maybe you have changed your career streams itself from one stream to another domain to another domain. These are questions which they will ask, and they want to judge you how you tackle them. Okay, so don't get defensive on them. You need to be careful so that you avoid any sudden shift and come to a body language which comes out to be very aggressive, and you try to defend yourself on what you're doing. Everything in the world can have two aspects. Okay, so I, after my plus two, dropped a year. Despite of the fact that I have been doing what I'm doing for more than a decade now, I'm still asked this question that you left a year in the middle, which is okay, which is completely okay. I tend to answer that why I did that. What were the repercussions? They have their own opinions. They tell it to me. Okay, okay, peace out. Don't let them control your emotions for your interview, because it's your job and you are interested in taking it. Okay, so that's my whole point. Don't get carried away with the questions and end up becoming very defensive in your approach. Number five, don't be aggressive. You don't have to be defensive and you don't have to be aggressive. You don't don't have to be proving your point. Okay, like I said, both you and interviewer can be right. Don't try to overspeak. Let them complete their question, present your answer, listen to their inputs. If you have a counter reply, go ahead and present that. Nobody's asking you not to do it because they're judging you on this. They're judging your smartness. They're judging how you present yourself. So every answer you give is an input to them, but not at the cost of coming out as an aggressive person. Because aggressive person can never be a teamwork. You can't work in a team if you're very aggressive. You need to be empathetic, you need to be kind and caring in order to make sure that you are able to gel well in a team. Okay, so if the company that you're getting into has a team culture, they're looking for teamwork, they're looking for flexibility, don't come out as a aggressive person. That's something which will not work in your favor as a body language tactics. Okay, and number 6, simply don't show your disinterest by doing actions which don't make sense. Okay, I've seen at times, people would, if there's a table in front of them, they would sit like this and start listening and keep nodding. Okay, so this shows that you are not listening with full attentiveness. Like I said, you have to be attentive, and at the same time you have to be showing the respect to the employer. Okay, show them that what they are talking is relevant and you're listening to them. You may or may not agree, but you need giving them respect. Okay, and respect is always a two-way road. You respect, I respect you. Seldomly it will happen that you don't respect someone and you get respect in that. That doesn't happen. It's the law. Okay, and practice, practice, practice before you go ahead and try to present yourself in a job interview. Make sure that you practice. Try that on a video. I have previously also shared the best way to do it is put your phone somewhere, keep answering the questions that you want to practice. Don't be looking in the mirror, don't look in the camera, just present yourself. And after you've practiced, first listen to yourself, only listen without the video to hear your content. How strong are you speaking? How fluent are you speaking? How is your command over the language? Once you've analyzed yourself over that, now you see your video. Mute, unmute your video. Don't look at the, don't listen to the sound. Just mute the sound and then just see yourself. Using a lot of hand gestures? Are you playing with your hair? Are you constantly rubbing your nose or touching your ears? Because these all are very subtle signs in body language. And believe me, the people who are in HR industry, the people who are interviewers, the people who are into panelists, they know what every single thing means. Okay, so I'm not saying that you have to consider them smarter than you, but consider them intelligent enough, as good as you, that because they know what they're doing, so they know their job and they know their task. Okay, so if I have to put it all together, I would say make sure that when you go for an interview, you convey your confidence, you convey your content, your knowledge, your enthusiasm, and your purpose, your why of why do you want to join this organization. Because when you put these 4 5 things together, I think whether you get selected or not depends on what the company is looking for. Okay, I might be the best candidate, but the company requirements are different. So I being selected in a company or not is company's prerogative, but I should always present myself in the best possible manner to make sure that I present a holistic approach of my personality. Okay, so if this all did make sense to you, do tell me in comments if you have any questions related to some specific body language stuff in terms of interviews, and I'll be more than happy to answer. I just wanted to keep this session very nice and simple, and I'll make sure that from next sessions we try to put in some more extra things which can give you some more insights. And if you have any questions, I would request you to put them in the chat window, and I'll be more than happy to answer them and take them forward. All right. So I have Aditya Joshi there commenting. Thank you, Aditya. Thank you for letting me know that everything is working well. Thank you for that. All right. So if we have any questions, please put them in the chat window and I'll be more than happy to take them and answer them for you. because I think it's very important for of our body language, because that is something which speaks lot more than what you think, because we tend to miss on the body language. We build our content, but very nicely we know that if you are not able to present your body language well, if you're speaking something else and your body is showing other signs, it's a conflict in the personality. So seldom are the chances that people would approve something where they see a conflict. Okay, so that is why I say that it is always good to have a similar clarity and similar functions in what you're trying to do. Okay, so if you would have any questions, you can drop them in the chat window and I will respond to them maybe after this live session ends. So thank you for joining in today. I hope this added some quick value to help you understand how you prepare. So whether it's offline or whether it's online, if it's offline, make sure that you always present yourself with the interviewer with respect, looking in their eyes, greeting them with a smile. When it's online, always look into the camera, straight into the camera, so that there's a connect, and of course the smile still remains the same. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me for the first session on Career Spotlight with Sneha for the year 2022, and I'm going to bring you the next session next Wednesday. So do catch me up next Wednesday 4:15 p.m. I'll be right here with a brand new session on Career Spotlight with Sneha. Please take care of yourself, stay safe.